Board of Education meeting on Tuesday, August 8th, 2023. The board has been in closed session for items listed on the agenda since about 6 p.m. We have 6 board members present and 1 absent. We will begin our meeting with agenda action item A. After numerous meetings with a tenured teacher and teachers' representatives, including 2 closed session hearings with the Board of Education, the board has reached a consensus to issue a notice of remedy to the teacher. The notice is limited to the release of confidential information about a student in connection with the teacher's responses on social media to posts by the student's parents. In taking this action, it is the focus of the Board of Education to protect the confidentiality of student information in accordance with state and federal law and Board of Education policy. Although it encourages and expects social media participants to be truthful, and respectful, the board does not intend to engage in social media controversies. The board has reached consensus to issue a notice of remedy to a teacher. A notice to remedy is a notice to a tenured teacher from the Board of Education to address certain conduct issues and to meet certain expectations going forward. Can we have a motion to adopt the resolution approving the notice to remedy?
I move that the Board of Education adopt the resolution authorizing notice to remedy substantially in the form presented by the superintendent.
Second. Motion by Mrs. Troutman, second by Mrs. Caforio. Please call the vote.
Mrs. Troutman?
Yes.
Mrs. Caforio?
Yes.
Mr. Collins?
Yes.
Mrs. Hostler?
Yes.
Mrs. Assett?
Yes.
And Mrs. Arvanitis?
Yes, 6 ayes, 0 nays, 1 absent. The motion passes. The action just taken by the board with respect to the notice to remedy will replace the disciplinary action previously delivered by the administration. Can we have a motion to withdraw the disciplinary action, item B on the agenda action items?
I move that the Board of Education withdraw the 1-day suspension without pay of the employee named in the minutes of the immediately preceding closed session, to restore the lost day of pay for such employee, and to authorize the superintendent to document this action in such employee's personnel file and with the Elmhurst Teachers Council.
I'll second. Motion by Ms. Hostler, second by Ms. Caforio. Please call the vote.
Mrs. Hostler?
Yes.
Mrs. Caforio?
Yes.
Mrs. Troutman?
Yes.
Mrs. Assett?
Yes.
Mr. Collins?
Yes.
And Mrs. Arvanitis?
Yes, 6 ayes, 0 nays, 1 absent. Motion passes. The board and the administration have made significant efforts to support teachers. To continue these efforts, the board looks forward to future conversations where representatives of the Board of Education and district administration can hear the ETC leadership's ideas for ways to support all teachers. Thank you. Upcoming meetings. We have 2 upcoming meetings, a regularly scheduled board meeting